Sziastok, hello everyone. My name is Deilamy. I'm a third year student from University of Samratulangi. I'm taking accounting as my major back in my home university, and currently I'm in Pécs, Hungary. And in the background, this is my accommodation while I'm staying in Pécs, Hungary. This is Santo dormitory, or in Hungarian we call it called Santo Colegio. And right now in Pécs, the weather is snowing right now, and I would like to share my experience as IISMA Awardee in University of Pécs. Actually, in University of Pécs, I'm taking 4 courses. The first one is psychosocial skill training, second one is tourism geography, the third one is geopolitics, and last one but not least is organizational behavior. If you're still wondering about IISMA, so IISMA is one of 9 programs from Kampus Mereka that allow us to learn courses abroad and also mingle with locals and international communities. So when I heard about IISMA, it was from an Instagram post from Kampus Mereka, and it turns out to be a socialization webinar for my region, Bali, Sulawesi, Moluccas, and also Papua. Then, after I got the information from the Instagram post, I straight away register myself and then join the webinar. After I joined the webinar, I got some insight from the webinar, and I went to the international office to inquire information deep down about IISMA. Meanwhile, I was preparing my documents. When I was preparing my requirements like academic transcript, English proficiency test, recommendation letter from university, and so on, I had to face some challenges. Like I had to face several invalid results on my EPT or English proficiency test, so I have to retake again my test and retake again until I get my result. And the second one is I had to balance my energy between managing an event, applying IISMA, and making assignment, because at that time I was chosen as coordinator of an event. Meanwhile, I was an accounting student in 4th semester, and I was preparing myself to apply IISMA. The process of IISMA is actually easy because it just needs 2 stages. The first one is document selection, and the last one but not least is interview. Actually, the selection process is kind of nerve-wracking, especially on interview phase, because in interview phase we have to convince the interviewer that we are deserved to be an IISMA awardee. So in the interview I was so nervous, but I did my best to convince the interviewer that I deserve to be an IISMA awardee. And I'm so grateful that I was chosen as an IISMA awardee in University of Pécs. After I accepted as an IISMA awardee in University of Pécs, first thing that I did was making a passport. So before apply a visa, we have to make our passport, because passport is our identity outside our country. After I made my passport, I apply my student visa through an email to Embassy of Hungary. After got an appointment date, I went to Embassy of Hungary, and then I got the visa. After I got my student visa, I had to take a flight to Budapest first from Jakarta with Qatar Airlines for about 15 hours and transit in Doha, Qatar. After I arrived in Budapest airport, I took a shuttle bus from Budapest airport to Pécs, and finally I arrived in Pécs. And right now, as you can see here, this is Széchenyi Square or Széchenyi Pier. This is the main center of Pécs, Hungary, and as you can see in the background, there's a lot of people who walking and strolling around the square. Unfortunately, I had to do quarantine for 10 days in Santo dormitory. Actually, it was saddening experience because I had to skip some classes in Faculty of Business and Economics and I hadn't explored Pécs right away. But every event has blessing in disguise. So what's the quarantine? Quarantine gave me some knowledge about Hungarian cuisines and also give me some time to create some contents, especially on TikTok. My study in University of Pécs, I had to face some culture shock here. The first one is it is hard to find spices, especially from Indonesian spices, to cook some Indonesian food. The second one is the driver attitude. So when people cross the street, the Hungarian driver are patient to let people cross the street first and then they continue their journey. And last one but not least about the weather. So in Pécs, the weather is kind of changing, like the temperature here from 8 degree until like 0 degree or until -8 degree in a day. And then in Pécs have 4 seasons like spring, summer, autumn, and the last one but not least, as you can see in the background, is winter. Everyone, right now I'm in Faculty of Business and Economics in University of Pécs. I would like to explain to all of you guys some differences between University of Pécs and in my home university based on my observation in teaching and learning process. The first one is in some courses there are no final exam, so the rector will give us the marks based on our daily activities in the session or in the classroom. In some courses there are 2 sessions. The first one is lecture sessions and the second one is seminar or tutorial sessions. The second sessions is more exciting because in these sessions we are applying what we get from the lecture sessions and also we are exchanging our point of view. The last one but not least is the lecturer teaching style. So lecturer here are trying to build good atmosphere with students, even they trying to ask students feedback for their sessions. And also lecturer here are trying to give us feedback and also appreciation for our test. And the last one but not least is lecturer are trying to give us longer deadline for a task like making essays, making group work, and so on. There are a lot of memories that I made in University of Pécs, but I would like to share some of them. The first one is my friends and I was presenting Indonesia to lecturer and also fellow international students in tourism geography class, and we got a lot of credit from our works. And then the second one is meeting with Indonesian ambassador for Hungary on Indonesian Day and also country presentation day. The third one is hiking with fellow international students and mentors. And the last one but not least is Hungarian class, which is the most exciting class in University of Pécs. I'm officially IISMA biased because IISMA gave me a chance to bring my dreams into reality and meet a lot of great people. IISMA, be bold to go abroad. Thank you. Köszönöm szépen. Viszlát.